A beaker of nitrogen was inverted over a porous pot. Porous pot is a pot in which gaseous exchange can occur freely. The gases are able to pass through the walls of the porous pot. Okay, containing carbon monoxide. Of course, carbon monoxide is inside the porous pot. Okay, and what is the gas outside the porous pot is, of course, nitrogen. But when this happens, the water level did not change. And the question is asking, what's the reason for this? Of course, if the gases have more gases, nitrogen from outside, if more of them have gone into the porous pot, obviously this water level here on the left hand side is going to drop and on the right hand side is going to go up. If carbon dioxide have diffused out much quickly or much faster compared to the nitrogen, then obviously the water is going to be sucked in. The water level on the left side of the limb is going to go up. But the question says, when we use carbon monoxide and nitrogen, the water levels did not change. Okay, for that to happen, the net rate of diffusion, okay, between carbon monoxide diffusing out and nitrogen gas going in, okay, the net rate must have been 0, or the rate of diffusing the carbon monoxide out of the porous pot must be equal to the rate of diffusion of nitrogen into the porous pot. So hence there would have been dynamic equilibrium and the pressure inside here should have been constant, and that's the only situation under which the water level will not change. So let's work out the MR value for carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide is made up of one carbon bonded to one oxygen, and of course that's going to be 12 plus oxygen is 16, and when we add the 12 and 16 together, it has a total relative molecular mass of 28. And if we were to calculate the MR value for nitrogen, there are 2 nitrogen atoms. So each nitrogen atom has got a relative atomic mass of 14. So twice of 14 is going to become 28. And as we guessed correctly, so both of them have got the same MR value, or the relative molecular mass values. And since that's the case, both of them are equally dense. So if two gases which are the same molecular mass, they will have the same density. And of course, if they have the same density, the gases with equal densities will diffuse at the same rate. And if they are going to diffuse at the same rate, the pressure inside the porous pot is going to remain constant, and the level of the water on either end of the tube is not going to change. So the only reason for this to happen is that the two gases have the same density, and hence option D is the correct answer.